to the stage the Global Head of Developer Relations TBD, for TBD, Angie Jones. Please help me clap for her.
She's wonderful. Thank you all so much for having us. So we did run a hackathon that started this summer in conjunction with the conference, and we had hundreds of developers from multiple countries across the continent enter the hackathon to use this open standard and protocol called TBdex. So TBdex, what it does is allow anyone to build a wallet payment application and connect with liquidity nodes no matter where they are in a decentralized fashion so that people could send money easily across borders. And so of the hundreds of developers that entered the hackathon, we have now narrowed it down. Like I said, we began in the summer, so this has been a very long process. We've narrowed it down to the top 6 finalists. Those finalists are here today to present their projects to you all. We have a panel of judges available. So we have Tony Tom, who is the head of product for TBD. We have Adewale, who is a developer advocate, and we have Chris Maurice, who is the CEO of Yellow Card. So, and myself. So we'll all be judging this last round of presentations, and we'll present the winners on tomorrow. So if you have a favorite and you want to whisper in our ear about it, we might consider that in our scoring. So pay close attention, okay? The prizes for the top 3 winners are $15,000 in Bitcoin, $10,000 in Bitcoin, and $5,000 in Bitcoin, okay? So go ahead, be sure that you encourage these folks. They have traveled all the way here to Nairobi to present their presentations. They've worked very hard on them, so be sure to show them love and encourage them when you see them. All right, are we ready? All right, let's go. First group is, which the first group? Next. Next.
Hi everyone, I'm Jerry, this is Liz, and we've had the pleasure to present our project. I'm basically a freelancer, and I've been scratching my own itch using this project. 60% of African youth are adopting digital skills, and 43% of them are freelancers on major platforms like Fiverr and, you know. And the biggest problem we usually encounter is our payment accounts, usually, shut down. And this has fostered an illegal market for freelancers buying payment accounts abroad. So we had to develop a way to facilitate cross-border payments for freelancers, creatives, and creators, and everyone in between. Please go on. A problem we've encountered is gig work is unstructured, and different countries have different rules and regulations concerning the same. Global financial systems right now are basically a patchwork of what they're supposed to be, and they only cater to their respective regions. So we came up with a user-friendly wallet, a revolutionary Web5 credential manager, and a breakthrough cross-border payment platform. And here it is. I'm sorry. Here it is. Applause, applause. Thank you. It's the ultimate Neo wallet. Let's go. So here's it in action. Please play. On the right, this is how people check the PFIs on our application. In the middle, someone's sending money, and on the left, someone's looking at the transactions. So why next? We drew a business 101 graph of ease of use against versatility. So let's start with payment apps and mobile money. They're easy to use, not very versatile. Banking apps, not easy to use, not versatile. Crypto apps, I'm sorry, but they're not really easy to use. But here's next. Easy to use, pretty versatile. We present security, multi-factor authentication, end-to-end encryption, privacy. Next won't snoop on your transactions. Please keep going. Next is versatile. As we've said, it gives the user the power to pick PFIs and to save, swap currencies, all that. And it's familiar. It uses a familiar design. Please go on. We have affordable prices, the option to save, and bill split. Convenience for you and your friends whenever you're splitting the bill. Here's our revenue model, please. 1.5% transaction fee. We onboard PFIs with $1,000 and keep them onboarded for $500 a month. And 8% shared interest on our savings product. So, what's next? Go on. We'll launch our own PFI to show proof of concept, an iOS release. We'll search for PFIs after we've proven the concept. Then we'll launch freelancer tools and payment links for everyone. Here's the next gen dream team. I'm Jerry. This is Liz. And this has been next. Here's the QR code if you want to try it out, Android. Thank you.
Okay. Hello. So we all know that in developing regions, like some countries in Africa, access to necessities like healthy food, proper medication, and a lot of others remains a significant challenge. And addressing these issues requires global collaboration. From our collected data, you would notice that in sub-Saharan Africa, 45 million children under the age of 5 are stunted due to chronic malnutrition. And amongst other issues, WHO estimates about 42% of falsified medicine in Africa alone. Now, imagine an Africa where people like this have access to the right necessities. This is where our project comes in. My name is Abundance. I'm the co-founder of CareCove. And CareCove is a donation platform built using TBdex's XDK with an aim to connect NGOs to philanthropists across the globe. These philanthropists can choose to remain anonymous or not. Now, you'll be wondering how we plan on doing this. NGOs can come to CareCove to create courses by submitting details of the NGO and the course. Now, this comes to CareCove as an email. We go through it, hop on a series of calls, just to ensure the genuineness of these NGOs. Once this has been confirmed, we upload the course to CareCove. Philanthropists can decide to donate to any cause, but first of all, they're required to create a wallet account by signing up first. And this helps CareCove to manage customers' verifiable credentials and DIDs. Then they're required to create credentials by submitting name and country code. This helps to create trust between CareCove and the PFIs in a TBD network. Philanthropists can then select a cause to donate to. Now, if a philanthropist has Ghana cedis in their wallet account, they can convert it to whatever currency they want to donate in. And in this case, we have USDC. And they get matching of exchange rate offerings. After that, they select an amount they want to donate in. CareCove wallet address or account details automatically pops up, depending on what currency they want to donate in. Philanthropists then either proceed to pay or cancel the transaction. And if they've made this payment, the money comes to CareCove. We then reach out to whatever NGO created this cause and funds them. Okay, you might be wondering how we plan on being profitable. Now, according to a research by Market and Research Insights, the global charitable giving market is expected to grow to $800 billion by 2032. Also, according to a research by reportandmarket.com, the market is expected to be at 528.1 billion 5 years from 2025. This brings me to our serviceable obtainable market, which is the SOM. And it's 5% of our serviceable addressable market, which is $26 billion. Now, imagine charging a 2% fee for each transaction on our donation volume, which is our serviceable obtainable market. That's going to be approximately $520 million as our projected revenue. We also look to get money through corporate sponsorship with individuals that aligns with our mission, and by sales of our merchandise. And in the future, we hope to introduce a subscription plan where NGOs that subscribe to this plan would have access to exclusive events and a lot of others. CareCove manages exchange rate offerings by displaying a series of options for whoever is donating to select from themselves. We also manage users' verifiable credentials and DIDs by storing and retrieving users' data in an online database called Firebase Firestore and an offline database called Local Storage. CareCove tracks user satisfaction by displaying a rating submission form so that once a transaction has been made, we gather their ratings for future references. In the future, we hope to introduce extra features where NGOs can directly verify themselves on CareCove and thereafter upload courses themselves. And also, philanthropists would have direct access to any NGO they want to donate to. Okay, I and Emmanuel are a team of, we have our fields, different fields, and we have a shared passion for CareCove, and also we've worked on other open source projects together. Next. In a world that can be divided, we believe in the power of kindness to create beauty, change lives, and uplift communities. Let us build a future where compassion knows no boundaries, and every act of kindness will bring us closer to oneness. Thank you.
Next up is Igbigi.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Across several cities over the past 5 years, there have been several protests springing up. First, in October 2020, the NSAS protest in Nigeria. And come to think of it, recently in Kenya, the finance bill. And I mean, today, shout out to the ladies. They're actually protesting in Kenya. Hello, ladies. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, though. During these incidents, Bitcoin was actually used as a way to send money because of the limitations the government placed on transactions. I am Fabari Agbora, with me is Mr. Tamno Belema Achego, and we are presenting Igbigi. Igbigi is loosely translated as money from the Kalabari language in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. And together we've built a solution on the TBdex protocol. By the way, Africa has over 40 different currencies and different compliance frameworks, so it's quite difficult to send money across borders. But thanks to the TBD team and the protocol they've built, they've actually abstracted KYC via decentralized identifiers, and together we've actually solved this problem using a payment application. Now, this is Igbigi. It's a mobile application. Yes, we chose a mobile application instead of a web app because, I mean, you guys use Chrome, and you know browsers these days, they love our data, they love mining it. So for better privacy, which is something TBD wants, actually we choose a mobile application instead. And we comply with various data protection regulations. Now, a quick one. I want to walk you through how we solve this problem using Igbigi. First, we handle matching offerings from different PFIs. By the way, on the TBdex protocol, there are several participating financial institutions, so you need to understand that different users may be matched up with multiple PFIs. So we do this through user-based filtering. So before sending money, you have to fill a form, you put in your sending currency and all of that. We use that to filter the best PFIs for you as a user. And besides that, after every transaction, you have the opportunity to rate and comment on different PFIs. This is actually used to be passed on to our ranking algorithm, and we use that to actually serve our users, give them basically the PFIs with the best user experience. And since there are so many PFIs, we use the ratings and comments to understand how satisfied our customers are, and we use that to update the solution. So we work with PFIs to ensure that the best is always given to our users. Decentralized identifiers, they're a cool name though, but how do you manage these credentials? First, we encrypt our databases. That's your deeds on our databases are encrypted. And while making transfers, we encrypt it so it's end-to-end encrypted. And very important, when making a transaction for the first time on Igbigi, and you have to interact with a PFI also for the first time, you actually have to grant permission to these PFIs to have access to your data. So basically, what we've done is your data is in your hands, it's your choice. You don't like this PFI, no problem, don't grant them access. And we also comply with GDPR regulation. For instance, if you choose to delete your account at any point in time, we comply with GDPR regulations. So within 30 days, your personally identifiable information, PIIs, are actually deleted from our databases, and we notify other PFIs to ensure that they actually comply with this regulation. Now let's talk business, right? So our target users are actually freelancers, outsourcing companies. I mean, you right there sitting that traveled from different parts of the world to come here. This app is for you. We charge a 1.5% fee for bank transfers and also for currency swaps. And this is capped at $10. I must say this, the in-app transactions for, let's say, sending by username is free. It's free. So that's to encourage customer retention. Now, we've actually brought in some other innovations, like you can donate to different causes, fraud prevention, and using AI to detect suspicious activity. Really, fraud prevention, I'm from Nigeria. A typical account that has been flagged is actually given post-no debit. So actually, you can send money to that account, but you cannot withdraw. The recipient cannot withdraw. How about we reverse it? You can actually not send money. So that's how we protect you as a user. Ladies and gentlemen, your privacy is important to us and your data is important. Use Igbigi on the TBdex protocol. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Africa is a continent with a burgeoning middle class and growing demand for digital financial services. But the current cross-border payment landscape presents a significant challenges, which hinders economic growth and financial inclusion. That's why I create TrustXchange. TrustXchange is a decentralized wallet application that are designed to address cross-border payments in Africa, which empowers individual financial institutions and developers with faster, cheaper, and more transparent cross-border transactions. We first need to look at the two major obstacles that are affecting cross-border payments in Africa. According to a World Bank research around 2022, it said that Africa is the most expensive region for remittances, with an average cost of 8% for $200 transaction, more than double the UN target of 3%. And African 54 currency often require multiple conversion, which add hidden fees and complexity to transaction. And this kind of complexity usually costs business billions annually. TrustXchange is a decentralized wallet application and a platform powered by TBdex protocol designed to make cross-border payments seamless, compliant, and profitable for individual financial institutions and developers. Let's look at how TrustXchange simplify money transfers for individuals. Sending money to family or friends can be costly, slow, and unpredictable. Like, for example, Alice in Ghana needs urgent funds to pay for her mother's hospital bill, but her brother Bob in another country faces delays, high costs, and worries about whether the money will arrive on time. This is how TrustXchange helped Bob to simplify his money transfer. Bob discovered TrustXchange, signed up, received instant code from our partnering financial institution via our real-time filtering system. Bob selected the best option and completed the transfer. With real-time update, Bob was able to track the transaction, ensuring that Alice received the money quickly. Some of the benefits of TrustXchange: instant codes. Users receive real-time code from diverse financial providers, selecting the best option for their needs. Fast and transparency. Transactions are completed quickly and efficiently with real-time update for complete transparency. Let's look at how TrustXchange benefits financial institutions to enhance liquidity and scalability. TrustXchange helps partnering financial institutions optimize their liquidity management, attracting new customers and improving their overall performances. Financial institutions can also gain wider customer base, leading to increased profitability and a larger market share. TrustXchange transparency and efficient system empower liquidity providers to enhance their services, deliveries, and customers' experiences. TrustXchange also enable developers to integrate their application, their wallet application into their already built application. Let's say, for an instance, a hospital in a tourist-heavy region faces challenges with international bill payments. Many patients struggle with making seamless payments from abroad, leading to delayed treatment and financial strain. TrustXchange wallet application can be integrated into the hospital existing system, enable secure and efficient cross-border payment. This streamlined process allows patients to pay easily, improving their experience and the hospital financial management. Here are some reasons why TrustXchange is a platform of choice for all. TrustXchange transaction fee and revenue sharing ensure platform sustainability and incentivize adoption. Optionality, users select from diverse financial providers based on diverse conditions using the application robust filtering system. Customers experience, real-time transparency, fair WebSocket provide instant updates on transaction. Let's look at some untapped opportunities in Africa. Africa is one of the fastest growing remittance markets with $53 billion remittance in 2022. Intra-African trade accounts for only 16.6% of total trade, revealing immense potential for growth. Finally, this is where we are heading. A platform built for all. TrustXchange is more than a payment solution. It is a movement to transform financial services in Africa. By prioritizing trust, inclusion, and innovation, we aim to create a financial ecosystem where everyone thrives. Thank you.
All right. So, as we've all heard so far, cross-border payment remains one of the biggest challenges for freelancers and businesses in Africa. Africa has 120 million freelancers, yet a whole lot of our people are being held back from reaching their full potential by expensive fees, slow processes, limited access to global financial systems, and sometimes unnecessary withholding of funds. But what if there was a solution that bridges the gap and allowed us to not only compete, but lead on a global scale? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Kufre, and today I'm excited to introduce you all to Blink, a platform that's powered by the TBdex protocol that's redefining the future of global payments. Well, I'd like to continue this with a short demo of Maxwell, our software developer who's about to create a payment request for a project he just completed with a foreign client of his. But in the past, Maxwell has faced difficulties getting paid by foreign clients, but this time he is well prepared. He has signed up to Blink and also invited his client to Blink. So he will go ahead to create an invoice for the project he just completed. He would love to get paid in Bitcoin, but his client does not know how to make use of cryptocurrency. This is one of the gaps that Blink breaches. So we'll head to his client's account, and then we'll process this invoice in USD, a currency his client is much more familiar with. He will get a list of offerings from the different verified PFIs we have in our system that allows him to choose any of the offerings that gives him the best exchange rate or the best time for settlement. So, and he will be given a payment method from that PFI. And the payment method can be native to his own currency. So he will go ahead and make payment to that PFI. So he will go ahead to make payment to this PFI, authorize this transaction, get a quote for this transaction. If he's okay with it, he will confirm that. So currently, we are asking our users to rate each transaction they perform. That way, we can correlate the performance of a PFI to each transaction. And with that, we can better serve our customers. So if this went well, he will go ahead and mention that. So at Blink, we intend for users to have ease of access and usage. And one way we implement this with Blink is through our sign-up process. If you were to sign up on Blink, you will be given the option to import an existing deed, or you create a new account and we give you the option to export this deed and make use of it in any other TBdex application. So currently, our revenue model includes charging percentage fees on each transaction, and this can range between 1% to 3%, and also having pro user features that users can subscribe to. Some of our plans for Blink for the future is becoming a payment processor on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, and also becoming a platform where users can experience true decentralization by performing peer-to-peer transaction using their decentralized wallet. And furthermore, currently, we have already begun the process of validating our idea, and this has led us to having 20 beta test users from 5 different countries already sign up to our wait list. You can scan the QR code to join our wait list. So I would like to end this presentation on this note to let us know that Blink is more than an app. It's a movement. We are not just breaking barriers. We are proving that Africans can not only compete, but lead in redefining the future of global payments. Thank you all for your attention. And I invite you all to join me as we redefine the future of global payments with Blink. Thank you.
Okay, next group, last but not least, is TBdex Go. Are they here? Oh.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
I am Eloke. I visited Accra for the first time in July. Beautiful city. I also got to meet Andrew in person for the first time. But one problem I consistently faced was having to pay for stuff. I already settled for poor exchange rates on my first day at the airport on landing. Also, I could not use local payment solutions because mobile money did not work for me, and my card also did not work at ATMs. Now, I faced this problem, along with 65 million other tourists and travelers that face this problem, and I'm sure a few of you here as well have faced this problem. And this is why we are building TBdex Go. We're making it possible for travelers and tourists like you and I to make payments locally. Our solution combines the power of TBdex's protocol, the accessibility of USSD solution. Now, what this does for us is it ensures that whether you're in Ghana like I was, or in Kenya here today like you are, you can get to pay like a local because we provide you with transaction enabling solutions that mean you only pay minimal fees, and also importantly, you do not require the internet, while also not having to settle for poor exchange rates. Basically, no more settling.
So you can think of our application, technically speaking, as having 3 main layers. First, the user interface. Users dial a USSD code on their phones and are presented with prompts they respond to. Secondly, identity management. The part of our application that handles managing user identities in a manner that conforms to decentralized web standards. Third, the core backend service. This is written in TypeScript, designed for Cloudflare workers, and handles everything from interactions with the TBdex network to responding to the aforementioned USSD prompts.
Oh, wait, you might be thinking, USSD, how does this work? But I do not have access to my local mobile payment solution.
Well, you would think that our application, having to be registered on different mobile networks, since it's USSD, would be a limiting factor. But it's actually our superpower. Mobile network operators, through international roaming agreements, allow you to access USSD services in your home country from wherever you are in the world. This allows us to offer our services to travelers who land in different countries and don't have access to internet, but have access to ubiquitous roaming networks. We believe the internet should be decentralized going forward. I'm sure some of you here do too. This is why we built TBdex Go with this in mind. Users sign up on the application with their phone numbers. We associate these phone numbers with decentralized identifiers they can also export. Use these decentralized identifiers and verifiable credentials in interactions with the TBdex network.
Now, how are we handling optionality? So we match users to the best offerings from PFIs by implementing a weighted ranking system similar to approaches in deep learning. Now we assign values to metrics like slippage and completed transactions from these PFIs, and then we use these values as input scores to rank these participating financial institutions. So along with getting the best rates on TBdex Go, we also ensure that you as a user are connected to the PFIs that can handle your solution, giving you the best experience. Now, we consider user experience and customer satisfaction to be a big deal, as it should be. And this is why we have designed our interface with clear and consistent copy across our USSD application. Also, we have built an FAQ section inside of this, and along with leaving users with the option to rate their experience, which we then use to improve our app in general, and as well our weighted ranking system, as earlier mentioned. Now, our path to profitability is pretty clear. What we have done is we have allowed users to use a pay-as-you-use model with building. We have also built a serverless, or we have taken the decision to build a serverless network, which ensures that our upfront initial infrastructure costs are at the minimal, but it also scales as more users come on the TBdex Go network with our revenue. Also, we have implemented a tier package offering, which means that users only get to pay for what they need. So, for example, they get to buy Go credits, which is what we're calling it, in different packages. So this incentivizes them to make more purchases. Next slide. This incentivizes them to make more purchases.
So to recap, we let users pay with a combination of TBdex and USSD. Since making it to the finals, we've had a lot of time to think about our solution, the problem we are solving, and how we are solving it. We support a standard TBdex send money flow. You provide your pay-in, payout method details, you send money to the PFI or are debited, and then the PFI in turn sends money to the person you are intending to send to. Now, all of this happens through slow traditional means. You have to go send money to the PFI, they will receive it, and then in turn send to the person you intend to send to. Or while the taxi driver stares at you with a less than friendly look. We think we can improve on this experience with our wallets feature. We let users deposit currencies in specific currencies. We let users deposit currencies which they can spend at their destination. So you just provide your payout method details. So you just provide who you're sending to and then spend from your existing balance on the PFI. So again, this is non-custodial. We do not hold any user funds. And the combination of this, or paying out your money directly, in addition to reusable verifiable credentials, in our testing allows you to complete payments up to 75% faster. Now, we also think this pattern is really powerful because we can unlock new payment possibilities, especially where you move balances between PFIs. So demo, please. So this is me here in Kenya using my application. I do not have internet. I am roaming on Safaricom, and I'm using the application registered on my mobile network back home. So I tell the app how I want to send it, what balance I have, and I just go ahead to do this. I choose an offering from a PFI. That sounds good to me. And yes, so we are TBdex Go.
TBdex Go, and we're connecting Africa with local payment solutions for travelers and tourists. Thank you for your time.
Thank you all so much for those wonderful presentations. As you all can see, this is the cream of the crop. We were definitely wowed by each and every presentation. Now we're going to tally and we're going to deliberate. But don't worry, go have a good night's rest. And then we'll be back tomorrow to announce the winner and present them with a prize. All right? Thank you so much.